Okay guys, so I've been wanting to do this video to highlight and I guess show to the best of my knowledge. I'm not really an experienced like boa constrictor hobbyist, but I do have noticed some differences, okay, between the imperator and the constrictor. Just a straight standard boas, not the morphs and the all these paint jobs that people do, with which they're cool, but most of them are from the imperator breed, imperator gene, I guess. So there's a BCI, boa constrictor imperator, which generally speaking comes from Central America, I guess, and I've heard they come also from some part in Colombia or something like that. But then the boa constrictor, the BCCs, are in South America, and these are your Surinams, your Guyanas, your Peruvian boas, your Bolivians, Venezuelans. Gosh, there's a lot of them. But anyways, so I have two here. Okay, I saw these. I went to a pet store here, the local pet shop, and then this guy had the owner. I was looking at his small boas, baby boas that he had, and I noticed there was one in particular that caught my eye, because I don't know about you guys, but I haven't really seen a really gray, light gray boa constrictor imperator, right? Which is what most of those boas are. And I bought it, and it was sold to me as a BCI, so it's pretty good. But like what caught my eye is the grayish, very cement color of like gray cement of the overall body, and then the tail it's got some white tones to it too, and it's red, of course, as all baby boas have red tails usually. The BCIs and the BCCs, they both have red tails. The BCC, as you'll see, usually has darker, especially the Suriname, has a darker kind of a red. But look, so this is the guy. This is the baby BCI. This is the boa constrictor imperator that I have. And in a minute, I'll take him out so you guys can see it under the sunlight. It's a nice day today, so okay, so that's that, right? Just gonna let that sink in for a little bit, right? And then over here is my latest edition that I got, and I just recently got this one. It was a wild caught Suriname BCC, boa constrictor. It's a true red tail, what they call them. It was sold to me kind of cheap because it looks like it has a scar there that I guess something happened in the wild. So it's a baby boa constrictor from Suriname in South America. Anyways, so that's that, and that's that. You see that? So some of in particular, the saddles are usually what catch my attention more between the BCIs and the BCCs. The saddle on this one, usually on the BCIs, you see how they're thicker saddles. The saddles are kind of thick there, right? And then if you look at the boa constrictor, the saddles are more thinner. You see that? Thinner saddles. They're not as thick as with the BCI. And in some cases, I've seen some Surinams have disconnected saddles, and they kind of diverge in a way. They kind of just get whacked out, weird saddles like that. And another thing that I've noticed the BCCs have are, you see that spike in the middle of the saddle, that you see how like it's pointy, and in some cases it kind of looks like a Batman symbol in the middle of the saddle. So that I've noticed is very common in BCCs. And in particular, I guess the BCC from Suriname. But okay, so You see that? And that. All right, guys. So I'm gonna so I'm gonna take both of those snakes outside, and the sun's pretty cool. It's good light outside. So and then I'll just put them side by side so you guys can appreciate the differences and how they both look different in some ways. All right. Okay. Bye. So here I am outside, and I'm gonna show you both the BCC and the BCI, the BCC from Suriname and the BCI from Central America, I guess. How they both look like, okay? Watch this. So here they are. It's the sunlight. Okay? And the one on your right is the Suriname boa, and the one on your left is the BCI boa. Okay? Watch this. Okay, guys. Well, I guess you can. You see the one with the thicker saddles, and then the one with the thinner saddles. That's the BCC, and this is the BCI. They're almost the same age. It's unbelievable. Okay. What's this? Okay, I watched the floors. Should be fine for these guys. Okay, so that's the BCI. That's the BCC. That's the Boa Constrictor from Suriname, and that's the Boa Constrictor Imperator. Let me show you guys. See how they both have. They're both fairly active. I don't know why this guy wants to go to the right. Come on, fella, can I get you to go that way? Yes. All right. You see that? That's the Boa Constrictor Imperator, and that's the Boa Constrictor Constrictor. That's the Suriname boa, and that's the Central American boa. I think it's from Central America. I'm not really sure where it comes from. It's hard to tell. And I think, let me see, which one's longer? I think this is the wildcat. You see how it has a scar on its tail? But they're both going in opposite directions. Come on, guys. I want to see. I haven't really been able to measure them. How? Oh, okay. Wow, interesting. Oh, this one's in a hurry. They're both males. Where you going, bud? Try to go to the sunlight right here. You see how they both have red tails? So the red tail, when it comes to babies, they're almost the same. It's well, not quite. I mean, I can highlight. For example, look at this. This is a darker red tail. This is kind of like a lighter, more orangish red tail, and that's a darker red tail. You see? So that's the Boa Constrictor. That's going somewhere. And then this is the Boa Constrictor Imperator. I mean, they're both beautiful snakes. and I think the no, hey, where are you going? No, come on guy. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. So that's the BCI and that's the BCC. So you are just a little bit hyper today, huh? They don't really come outside, you know. But so yeah, I mean, like I was saying, that the saddles are a little bit thinner on the BCCs, and then notice how the saddles are a little bit thicker on the BCIs. You see that? And the tail, of course, it's also red, but it's not as dark red as the BCC one. Gorgeous snakes, though. I mean, and looks like the Suriname boa is more active. But look at that tail. You see that? If I can. That's the dark kind of burgundy almost, or really red, blood red kind of tail that the Suriname boa has. And oh, and then also notice another difference I noticed is you see how that the under the belly is kind of orange. It's kind of it's got these pink tones and kind of chocolatey, kind of like a chocolate kind of mixed with pink or something like that. That was the BCC, and then look at the Boa Constrictor Imperator. It's got that chocolatey thing too, tones, but not so much pink on the sides. This guy's going away. Where are you going, bud? So like I was saying, they're pretty active. You see how it's more whitish, not a lot of pink tones to it. Under the belly, look, you see that? Whereas whereas this guy, I mean, you can see it's way more chocolatey and pink. It's got more pink tones to it, to him. Okay, relax, calm down, relax. Okay, guys, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope this was helpful to some of you. And there they are, next to each other.